So in what might be the biggest surprise in all of free agency, the Indiana Fever have just signed Breanna Turner. Yeah, I think that this is a shock. I don't hate this. I actually don't hate this for the Fever. Like, the only thing is it means that none of their draft picks are going to make the roster unless they found some way to buy out Christy Wallace or they're about to trade Christy Wallace. Like, I have no idea. Like, and then, like, they just made Jaylen Brown post a video yesterday. And Jaylen Brown literally cannot make the roster with this. Genuinely. Jaylen Brown cannot make the roster. Something's going on. Something's happening in Indiana. I don't know what, but like they're making more moves. They are 100% making more moves. But Breanna Turner is a nice player to get. Like, Breanna Turner is signed with the Fever. Like, this is just someone randomly saying that, and obviously it was posted on the WNBA's website, but Breanna Turner signing with the Fever is a great veteran signing. Now we need to get rid of Christy Wallace so we can sign a rookie. If not, we have to trade our draft picks this year for next year. I wouldn't be that opposed to that. Or just like using one of their picks or just stashing both their picks, to be fair. I just don't know what the Jaylen Brown situation is. But at the same time, like, people talking about Breanna Turner saying Breanna Turner can ball. She is front court depth. We don't want her in her Twitter fingers. She has Twitter fingers. Like, but she is front court depth. She is there to literally sit on the bench and sometimes play. Like, that's basically it. She is a good defender. Like, Breanna Turner, heck, was she the second pick in the draft, I think? Am I right in saying she was like a super, super high pick in the draft a couple of years back? I need to check this, but like, I think she was really, really highly regarded. And like, Chicago gave her a serious contract as well. So, like, oh no, she was 11th pick in the draft. Was she the number one recruit in high school, maybe? Like, I could have swore that, like, she was, like, a top recruit. And then, obviously, before she got hurt, she was seen as this top-tier player. But, like, last season, she played 9 minutes per game and blocked a half a shot in 9 minutes, which is actually really, really good. If we're being honest, they're pretty damn good numbers. But, like, if you want to look at her stats for her career, like, you're looking at her playing Phoenix for all these years. Like, she played that backup role pretty well, but, like, still, she played 35 minutes per game, 33 minutes per game, 26 minutes per game. Was never much of a scorer, but if you look at her shot blocking numbers, she averaged 2 blocks a game in her second year, 1.6 blocks per game 2 seasons ago, and she still shoots 60% from the field. Like, her job is going to be, like, last year, I think she was healthy. She just sometimes didn't play. She was playing behind Angel, Camilla, Izzy Harrison, and for times of the year, Elizabeth Williams. And she was just an overpay. She was a severe overpay. She's probably coming over on the minimum after that season in Chicago. But, like, she's not much of a scorer. That's fine. And we also take a look at this. She did average 7.8 points per game and averaged, like, 1.3 blocks and nearly a steal per game. Like, she averaged over a steal, 1.3 steals, 1.6 blocks per game 2 seasons ago. Obviously coming in and being a guaranteed starter when Brittany Griner was away. But, like, this is a good pickup. Not an exciting pickup. Does have Twitter fingers. I do want to say that. Does have Twitter fingers. And a lot of people are talking about how great a vet she's going to be. She's young. She's not young. But I wouldn't say, like, true vet. But still. Look, I'm not like too upset by Breanna Turner. Like, I actually think Bree Turner's better. They're probably watching, they're like, man, we might have to choose Rhea Marshall. Oh, our best actual option to get in the draft that'll help us is Sedona Prince, and we're not going near Sedona Prince. Like, that's probably the logic of them. They're like, we're not going to use those draft picks. Let's get the Russian girl, and let's see if we can stash another player. Let's get another player and stash them so that we don't have to just give up their rights and cut them in training camp. Yeah, because, like, look, second-round picks don't really make teams. Like, Kate Martin was an exception. And people forget, like, Kate Martin was not the first second-round pick by the Aces. They took Deasia Fair last year. Deasia Fair is one of the top scorers of all-time women's college basketball. Like, everyone talking about Kelsey Mitchell, Kelsey Plum, Caitlin Clark. Like, Deasia Fair is right up there with Kelsey Mitchell. And Deja Fair literally did not get picked up by the Aces. So she's someone that like some teams would have 100% wanted to take. And like when it comes to like a Bree Turner and stuff, I actually don't mind this pickup. Like, because they're not going to really likely use a second round pick. Like, I know a lot of people want to talk about who they should be taking, but who knows? Who knows who's going to be available? Like, who knows what's going to happen with Josite? Like, if Josite's there at 19, you take her. You honestly take her. And you see what happens. You see what happens. I blanked on the Russians. On the Russian player's name. Anastasia Kosu. Jesus. I forgot her name. But like, you take Kosu. If Josite somehow falls to 19, you just take her. Send them back to Europe. And then in 2 years, and then in 2026, when you got some cap space and you can work around, and Caitlin Clark and Leah Boston don't need the vets around them because they can become the vets. Kelsey Mitchell's there, and you find out a way to bring them into the lineup because you tell Christy Wallace to, like go back to Australia because she's never make it in the league anywhere else. Lynn Dunn, dear Lord. Lynn Dunn, you gave Christy Wallace a guaranteed contract. But like, with Breanna Turner here, this is fantastic. Everyone I wanted off Chicago Sky is officially gone. I mean, the Sky fans hated her. Like, because in fairness, our bench is worth about $8.57. Sophie Cunningham, or Lexi Hull's coming off the bench. Like, this is not a bad pickup. Like, as much as Chicago Sky fans hate her, she is a good defender. She was overpaid for the Sky. She was way overpaid for the Sky, but like, she's a good defender. She is a good shot blocker, and she's going to be third string center. She is a good third string center. She's better than Victoria Saxton. It's funny, Sky fans laughing when it's like, man, Dana Evans, like, just because he became a Sky fan last year doesn't mean Dana Evans was not one of the best bench players in the W 2 years ago. And that's why I'm not that opposed to Christy Wallace. I don't think teams should keep Christy Wallace, but like, before the bright lights got turned on with Christy Wallace, she was shooting 40% from three. Like, there was a reason she was playing so many minutes the year before. She just forgot how to shoot last year. So, yeah, like, I like this signing. You've got somebody who's 28 years old, who had been pretty much a career starter until last year, and then barely played last year, in fairness. Like, she was on a bad team, ironically, but had some of the best front court depth in the W at the power forward and center position. So she's coming off a bad season, but we got to look again the year before. 3.5 points, 1 steal, over a block, over an assist per game, 6 boards in 20 minutes. Like, they're not bad numbers. They're really not. Like, you're looking then at like nearly 2 steals, 2 blocks. Like, she is a defensive menace. I want to see, has she made any all defensive teams? Because that's basically what she's there for. Like, the team is still outside. The team does lack defense. Like, we have to be honest about that. The team does lack defense. But like, yeah, she's made the all defensive first team twice in the WNBA. And she's still not old. So, like, there's no reason why. And she was Gatorade National Player of the Year. That's what it was. She wasn't drafted at high, but she was really ranked highly at high school. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it, lads. That's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.